Welcome to Real Stories Hurting Moms. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. I have a few things I want to talk to you about that I've been thinking about this week. And first of all, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you for the support and encouragement that you are to me and that you are to each other. I see these conversations. I see how you answer each other on Facebook, and it just makes me so happy to see the way hurting moms are supporting and loving each other all the way along. I just love it. Hi, Anne Marie. So, one of the things I want to talk about tonight, though, is seasons. I want to talk about, I don't know about you, but right now I'm really starting to feel like fall. I live in California, so we don't get the drastic changes in season that some of you get. We don't have a lot of leaves changing, which I miss. I wish we did have. But I do notice it's starting to get dark earlier in the evening. It's cool at night, finally. It's been so hot all summer, and finally it's beginning to get where it's cooler at night. I started looking at my scarves the other day. I even lit a pumpkin candle the other night. This is just, it's beginning to feel like fall. And I don't know what there is about it, but there's a different feeling in the air. So I want to start right off by asking you guys, what is your favorite season? What is your favorite season of the year? I know a lot of people say that fall is their favorite season, and I'm just curious, when it comes to the seasons of the year, what's your favorite season? Hi, Sandy. Love you too. But also, along our unplanned and really unwanted journey is hurting moms. We go through different seasons, don't we? We go through different seasons in time as hurting moms. And just as the 4 seasons of the year have very, very distinct characteristics, so do the seasons that we experience when we're in turmoil over our child. We just kind of go through different feelings. And as I've shared with and listened to hurting moms over the years, I realized that the seasons that we go through and that we experience as hurting moms are really very much alike. So I see a lot of people have spring and fall as their favorite year so far. And so I think I like fall. I'm not sure. I'm always ready for the next season. But as hurting moms, we're not always ready for the next season that comes upon us, are we? And I thought I wanted to kind of talk about, like, if I thought about it, what the seasons remind me of. Like, for example, fall is what things are changing, right? We sense a change. There's a change in the air, a change in the temperature, a change in just where the sun sets and rises, or everything feels a little bit different in the fall. And then in the winter, it's cold and dark more. I mean, it's more of a time we kind of pull in and want to isolate a little bit. And then spring. Spring is a time where there's new things happening, right? We see flowers blooming, the leaves on the trees are getting green again. Most trees are getting bald in the winter, and the leaves come back. And it's a time of kind of feeling hopeful. For me, it is. We're looking forward to new things happening. And in the summer is kind of a time of year where we relax. We may not have a whole summer off, like maybe some of you that are teachers do, or like our kids do have the summer off from school. But it's still, things kind of slow down in the summer. I know even here at the church, we don't have small groups during the summer. Just there's less busyness in the summertime. But I just wanted to think about, as hurting moms, some of the parallels with the seasons and the seasons that we go through as hurting moms. When we're hurting moms, we are exhausted a lot of the time, aren't we? Like physically and emotionally. I mean, it's so draining when we are worried about and sick over a child. It's very, you're saying my speaker sounds hollow. You know what? They have a new, I don't know what to do about that. We have a new plan. The thing I use to come on here live like this, it looked different tonight. I got all freaked out when I came on because I didn't know how to do it, and I had to sit here and practice. I don't know what to do about the speaker. I hope you can understand me, but I will hopefully be able to figure it out better for next week. I think it's something new. It's a new platform they're using. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I think some of the things that happen to us is we get exhausted. And I know I feel tired. I feel more tired when the days get shorter, and in the fall and in winter, I feel more exhausted. I feel more tired. Um, we feel like something's changing within us. I mean, as we go along on this journey, it feels like something's changing, doesn't it? I mean, it's we're not the same anymore. We are consumed with what this child is doing, and it's difficult, very difficult. So a lot of times we choose to stay home. I mean, how many of you stay home and isolate, um, choose to isolate? In fact, I've asked you what's your favorite season, and a lot of you are telling me fall or spring. But I also like to know if this is a little bit harder, what season are you in right now with your child? Is this kind of a winter season for you, or is it a fall season? Things are changing, or is it spring? Like you see new things happening. What season are you in? Maybe it's summer, and you're relaxing. You're in a good place where you feel like you can kind of breathe a little bit. So just let me know. Let's talk about what season we're going through. And the part of that is difficult to do because we are we are being honest, being open and honest about this. It's a painful situation. It's painful stuff that we're going through, and so we don't talk about it much, and we hold it inside. And that's one of the places where we get sick with it. We need to be able to talk about it, and this is a great place to be able to do that. Is on this forum. You can talk about it, and nobody, I don't know. It's a great way to go back and forth. Of course, being in a Hurting Moms home group is another way. We come together in these groups. We talk openly and honestly with other women who understand totally what we're talking about, right? But I think some of what I've experienced, maybe in the fall or winter months, is that I have a hard time. I have a hard time faking it. I have a hard time pasting that smile on my face and acting like everything's okay. When inside I'm hurting and churned up. And I'm sure some of you can relate to that. We go to work, we go out and do the things we have to do, and we try to put in good faith, but we are really hurting on the inside, devastated on the inside. And then we would rather just stay home, right? We'd rather just stay home and isolate ourselves, not have to talk to people, not have to act like everything's okay. And each day becomes a challenge because we go to bed anxious and we wake up anxious, and it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. Sometimes we don't sleep at all. We get so tired because we can't sleep. I love that. Chris says she's in a season of waiting. You know, make it your own season. It doesn't have to be one of the four seasons. What does this season look like for you, your child? Um, one of the things that we talk about in the groups, one of the things we talk about in a Hurting Mom support group are the phases of guilt and pain, or not guilt, that was wrong. The phases of pain and grief that we go through. And I think I was looking that over tonight, and I think those phases can kind of be like a season for us. We go through these seasons, and I just wanted to kind of go through those with you a little bit. The first phase that we go through is the shock phase. Maybe some of you are there right now, where all of a sudden we realize maybe we kind of felt like something was wrong, or along the way we kind of something's not right, but all of a sudden it hits us over the head. I remember when I came to the awareness, oh my gosh, this isn't normal teenage stuff. My daughter is on drugs, or whatever it is. Maybe your child is estranged from you. I know so many of you have children that are estranged from you that are not in your lives right now, and you don't even know why. They just turn their back. And at that time, when you realize they had blocked you on their phone, blocked you on Facebook, or told you they don't want you to do it, there's a shock that goes with that, isn't there? And the shock during that time that we're in a shock season, we feel kind of stunned and distressed, and we just don't even know what to feel. So that could be a season for Hurting Moms, going through that shock phase of the pain and grief that we experience. And then the next phase is what we call the bewilderment phase. And during this phase, when we're just kind of confused and bewildered, and we can feel emotionally drained, and this phase probably lasts longer than the shock phase. I mean, we're shocked for a while, and then we start kind of coming out of the shock part of it. But this bewilderment phase, we start feeling like we deny what we're feeling. We just deny what we feel. We pretend like we don't. Maybe our feelings are unpleasant. Maybe they're even ugly. The way we feel, the way we're reacting. And so we don't even know how to feel. We don't know how to put our finger on what's going on with this. And then our emotions feed off of one another. We go through all these emotions. We talk about a lot about the roller coaster of emotions. We go from anxiety and fear and anger and these shock and bewilderment and disappointment and discouragement, all those things. And those emotions feed off of one another. So another thing that happens is sometimes these phases or these seasons for us, they overlap one another. I mean, isn't there just like a clean cut, we move from here to here, right? Because sometimes we go from here and then we go back here and then we jump ahead. I mean, they don't have a specific order to them. So the next phase after that is the shifting phase, which could be another season. Maybe this is the season of springtime. Where things start to move, we begin to feel optimistic. We start feeling like good things are going to happen. I'm sorry the audio's not good. I don't know what to do about that. I'm hearing you guys say that. I'm trying to see if I can tell what's going on with it, but I can't. So hopefully you can hear me. I don't even know how to fix it. Let me see. According to this, it looks like I'm coming across, but I don't know. Let me move my paper so maybe you can hear me better like this. I'll just do the best I can. I hope that you can understand me. And for next week, I'll have to try to see what I can do about it. Anyway, so shifting, we begin to shift away. We start being able to think about other things. We begin to be able to relate again to our other children and our spouses and our friends. And most likely we're going to be in that shifting phase for a long time. And we might be shifting and then pop back into another shock. A lot of us have had kids that are on drugs at relapse. We start getting comfortable because they go to rehab and we think they're doing better, and they are doing better for a while. And then all of a sudden we have the rug pulled out from under us again. And that throws us into a whole other season. It's like immediately almost, doesn't it? And then after the shifting phase, we go into the rebuilding phase. So we begin to rebuild. We begin to rebuild our lives. We begin to rebuild our relationships. Because let's face it, some of us neglect some of our other relationships because we're so involved with and so busy trying to fix our kids and being so consumed with what our kids are doing. And so that's, those phases I think can be related kind of seasons. And again, I would love for you to tell me in the comments what season you're in. Where are you right now with your child? Are you in a good season? Are you in a season of hope? Are you hopeful? Or are you in winter season where you just feel everything is cold and you feel kind of hopeless? Or maybe you're in the spring. You see new things happening and you're hopeful because things are going to happen for the best. I'd love to hear from you where you're at right now. Because we all go through. We all have these seasons. And again, this whole thing I'm talking about, all came because I've just been thinking so much about fall. And I've been so happy that if things are feeling different, it feels like fall. So I like it a lot. The good news is that there are things we can do to move away from allowing our internal fall season. Renee's in the past season. Thank you for sharing that. I think a lot of moms will relate to that because there is a sadness. We kind of move past shock and in some of the other phases, and then we just have the sadness settle in. I have that. still feel that. Kids that I'm still worried about, and it makes me sad. I look back and I think, my gosh, they're doing so much more in their lives, and of course we have to fight all the time to get away from the guilt or feeling like it's our fault. Um, but we can use times of change, just like right now, the weather's changing, season is changing, and I know some of you live in the eastern side of the country, and you're probably starting to experience the beautiful fall leaves. And if you've got any pictures of fall leaves in your area, post them in the comments. I love to see them. Um, so where things are changing right now, but we can use this time of change, this time when it's colder and we stay in more, as a time to seek God, to seek Him. He knows how tired we are, ladies. God. One of my friends here at work at the church was telling me today about a study she just did about how God is not looking at us out of the corner of His eye. He's looking at us face on when we are going through these times and we're in this pain. He's right there with us, and He's looking at us, and He sees us, and He loves us, and He cares about us. He knows everything we're feeling. And there's somehow some comfort in that, knowing that He is with us. In Matthew 11:28, I love this, where Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Weary and burdened. That's us, isn't it? How many of you are weary and burdened? I have been for a lot of years, and it's only been through the grace of God and only through seeking Him and learning to surrender my kids to Him that I've been able to feel unburdened and less weary. Jesus wants to give us rest. He does. It's such wonderful news. All we have to do is just open up to Him and allow Him to comfort us and encourage us. Now, there's something else that we can do to experience comfort, peace, and the rest that God has to offer us. And the thing that we have to do is, the first thing we have to do is we need to recognize that we need each other. There is nothing worse than feeling like we're in this alone. And I don't know about you, but for the longest time, I felt like I was all alone. I felt like I was the only one because I didn't talk about it with anybody. I didn't share it with anybody. And there's something that's a really lonely, lonely place to be. And when I first started Hurting Moms, it was because I just thought, maybe I'm not the only one. And I had a burning desire to be able to share with other moms and have them share with me, praying for each other, and have a safe place to talk about this, which is our deepest pain. And so one of the things that I love about Hurting Moms groups is this is a place that we can do this. We come together and we support each other and we encourage each other. And we can share our stories openly without fear of judgment, without feeling ashamed. And we go through a process of learning how to surrender our kids, learning how to get to a better place so that we can just rest in that and we can take our own lives back. God has things for us to do, ladies. He has things for all of us to do. He has a plan for all of us. And His plan is, I can promise you, does not include isolating and pulling into ourselves and being so sad and so burdened all the time that we can't find joy and we can't find peace. That is not part of His plan. And one way that we can move into that and move away from the pain, the constant pain. As there's Brandy, I'm so sorry about the sound, you guys. I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to fix the sound. So I just don't know what to do about it. But I'm going to keep, hopefully you can hear me a little bit. And when I finish up here, I'll look and see what I don't know. It's a new thing. But we begin to heal as we realize we're not alone. When we start realizing that we're not alone and that this is, there's a bunch of us and that we can support each other and we can encourage each other, healing starts there. Healing for me started when I began to talk about it. when I began to feel comfortable enough to talk about my deepest pain. And we do begin to heal when we realize we're not alone. So that's one of the things I want to stress is that these 10-week Hurting Mom support groups, I know a lot of people I see on here tonight are in groups now, or you have been in groups, and I want you'll encourage other moms about how powerful it is to be in these groups. It's absolutely, I don't know, there's nothing like it. It's amazing. We get tools that we'll continue to use, and I can't tell you how many times, even myself, I go back and get that book out. I mean, I had something happen with one of my kids just last week where all of a sudden I got tied up in knots again. I could feel that anxiety happening again. And so I was able to get my book out and start looking at those scriptures and start thinking about the ways that I could surrender her and be okay, because there's nothing I could do about it in the first place. So in Psalm 33:20, it says, "We wait and hope for the Lord. He is our hope and our shield." And I want to say this, let's not wait alone. We don't have to wait alone. We're in this together. So we can wait expectantly together. And I really hope that you'll join a Hurting Moms group and begin a new journey towards healing. Lisa says it's hard for her to share a story. You know what? It's hard for all of us, honestly. It's hard to talk about this. Some of us have kept this inside for a very long time. And it's hard for us to even know how to say the words, how to voice it. But I promise you that when you begin to share it, and especially when you're sharing it in a safe place with other moms who understand because they're in the same place, you begin to heal. And it becomes easier and easier to talk about it. And guess what? Every time somebody shares a story, not only is it going to help you, but you are going to be encouraging somebody else. Your story is going to touch someone else. Someone else is going to relate to your story. And it's a powerful thing that happens when we come together like this and we help each other. And so I know I talk about it all the time, and I don't know how to stress it enough. I get so excited about these groups. I visited a group. I'm going to visit a group tonight, actually, when I finish this. I'm going to FaceTime with a group that's in Arizona. And tonight is their last night, and I'm going to FaceTime. And there's nothing that blesses me more than being able to listen to these moms and hear about the healing that's taken place in these groups. And it's just, God does something. He shows up and he does something amazing. Melody says, how do you react when your adult daughter tells you she doesn't want to talk to you because she wants to develop healthy boundaries? You know what? How do you react? I mean, once they become adults and they're making their own choices, there really isn't anything we can do. We keep loving them, we keep praying for them, and we try to to communicate the best we can if they'll let us. But I'm going to tell you, Melody, you're not alone. I see other moms on here that I know I know right now their kids don't have anything to do with them. They have cut them out of their lives. And it's very, very painful, but it doesn't have to be the end of your life. It doesn't have to be, because God has a plan for you. God has a plan for your life, aside from your kids. I think we start losing touch with the fact that we are individuals and so are our children, because along the line, from the time they were born, we're so attached, right? And that becomes our identity. My whole identity has always been of being a mom. That's all I wanted to do when I grew up, from the time I was a little girl. And so everything revolved about being a mom. And when they're young and our lives are devoted to them, and we're consumed with all their stuff, as they get older, and all of a sudden they don't want anything to do with us. We don't know what happened. We don't know what happened. And we may never know. But my prayer is that I know that that's not God's plan. And my prayer is that, we just keep praying for them, and we get in community together so that we can uphold and uplift and pray for each other and pray for each other's kids. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, there have been a lot of miracles that have happened in the last few years that I've seen, um, as moms gather together to pray. There's a lot of power in that, a lot of power. So, being on Facebook like this is one thing, but when you get in the group and you're up close and personal with each other, and even online groups, we can see each other, we can hear each other, it's just like you're in the same room, and you become bonded to these other women, and amazing things happen in our lives when that happens. So I just can't say enough about it. And if you read some of the comments, I see a lot of your leaders are on here commenting tonight. And, trust me, a lot of our leaders, I see a couple of leaders on here tonight who I know are still estranged from their kids. Their kids have turned their backs on them. But these are leaders who have been able to find peace even in the midst of that, and been able to start carrying on with their own life. And now they're giving back, they're helping other moms and encouraging other moms. And so it's a pretty special thing. It's a pretty special process. So Gail, I love it. I love what you're saying. She says a 15-ton weight has been lifted. And she's now that she's in a meeting, she's in an online group. And I know we get scared about that, right? The whole online thing kind of freaks us out. It freaked me out when I first started hearing about it. We don't know how to do that. We won't know how. But if you have a phone, if you've got a cell phone and you have data on it, you can be in an online group. You can use the phone. And it's absolutely amazing. So I say, what do we have to lose? Give it a try and read some of the comments from these other moms that are in groups right now. And also, I do hope that this Facebook page is an encouragement to you. We do post some of the devotionals on here. I will tell you some of the devotionals, like, when we have a pretty picture and there's like a little short devotional, there's about 200 of those, and you can sign up for those on our website. They're free. You go to the web. Actually, I think there's a link above the video. Click on that, go there, sign up for them, and you'll get it in your email every day. There's no charge or anything. You just get, you'll get one of those devotionals in your email every day. And for those of you who have gotten them and all of a sudden they stop coming, because I get emails saying, hey, what happened to my devotional? There's 200 of them. There's only 200 of them. So once you receive 200, they stop coming. I think you have an option at the end to click if you want to start getting them again. But my goal is to write another 165, so there's one for every day of the year. But hopefully I'll get to that before too long. So Dee Dee, hi, it's so good to see you on here. I hope you do start an online group in January. I'm sorry that the sound isn't good, you guys. I'm hearing that from a bunch of you, and hopefully by next week I'll have it figured out. Like I said, it's a whole new deal tonight. It looked all different when I came in here to do this, and I got a bit freaked out. I had to kind of sit here and play around with it. So I'm glad you're at least seeing it. But I apologize for the sound, and I'll try to figure that out. I'm going to close now, and I just want to thank you all for being on here. I want to thank you for supporting me in this. You guys are the ones that keep me going. Your comments, your emails, your chat, just the words of encouragement for me are a lifeline for myself. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for every one of you, and I'm looking forward to one day meeting you all. We're going to hopefully have a conference. I want to travel the country and meet you. So, let's stay connected with this. We're family, and we're the only ones who understand what we're going through. So have a good week. Just blessings to you. I pray, Lord, that the Lord will bless you and keep you. I pray that if you have not been in a group yet, that you will somehow have the courage to just sign up for one and get in. You will not be sorry. And I'll look forward to being back with you next week. Next week, I have a special guest, Cathy, who's going to be on here to share with you as well. So take care. God bless. And I don't even know how to turn this off tonight because it looks so different. But hopefully I'm going to do that. So take care. Good night.